Hi guys, welcome to the Wrestling Retrospective, and in this video I'll do my predictions for WWE Survivor Series Wargames 2024. So starting off with the United States Championship match, which is LA Knight defending against Shinsuke Nakamura. And for me, this is very straightforward. I know it's a lot of people want to see a lot more about Shinsuke Nakamura, especially with this kind of new gimmick he's got going on. But I can't see WWE taking the United States Championship off LA Knight quite yet. If anything, it'll be maybe more towards the Royal Rumble or WrestleMania. For me, this makes more sense as a kind of feud that'll keep LA Knight busy for the next couple months. And then in January, when I assume we'll have a load of NXT call-ups come up to kind of help the SmackDown brand out once I assume Raw guts them in a Superstar shake-up for Netflix. He'll feud with more people coming up from NXT and that kind of getting through to WrestleMania. So yeah, for me, as much as I want to see the best out of Shinsuke Nakamura, I just think this is a easy way to give him a couple months feud and then kind of have him move on from there. So yeah, LA Knight's going to retain the United States Championship here, I think, in my opinion. Next up, we have the Intercontinental Championship match, which is a triple threat match between Bron Breakker defending against Ludwig Kaiser and Sheamus. And for me, as much as I would love to see Sheamus become the new Intercontinental Champion and get that Grand Slam Championship win, I can't see him getting the win here. Ludwig Kaiser essentially has no chance, in my opinion, which means that I'm going with Bron Breakker to retain here. And it's basically because I can't see them taking the title, similar to LA Knight. I can't see them taking the title off him quite yet. He's such, I won't say he's popular, but he's like someone they have a big investment in. Having a decent Intercontinental Championship reign added to his last one, which was kind of short, I expect that, you know, this will help him build him up to like more of a upper mid-card to main event level in the future. Though I was recently on the Wrestling for You Uncut episode over on the Wrestling for You channel, and they made the point of like how Sheamus is very popular and a lot of casual fans know him, so it makes sense to put the title on him going into Netflix. But yeah, for me, as I said, I can't see them taking the title off Breakker. I feel like Sheamus' time will come at some point, but it's not going to be quite yet. Following that, we have the World Heavyweight Championship match, which is a rematch from SummerSlam, where we have Gunther defending against Damian Priest. For me, probably one of the more simple predictions to make, which is Gunther to retain. Though I would like to see Priest as champion again. I very much am becoming more of a fan of Priest as this more singles run goes on. Yeah, it makes more sense the fact that Gunther is tying up his loose ends. He obviously didn't get a clean win over Priest at SummerSlam with Balor helping him out. Therefore, he will clear that up, and then hopefully, I think that is every loose end that he has other than Cody, if you will. But I can't see him defending against Cody anytime soon, so you know. So yeah, for me, gonna tie up all those loose ends, and then going into the new year, he will be defending like against more people who he can newly feud against and no one he really has history with, meaning that we'll get like a new, like, I don't want to say new version, but like a new outlook on Gunther feuds just going forward. So that's not something I'm looking forward to. But yeah, for me, hands down, Gunther is retaining here. Following that, we have the Women's Wargames match, which is Team Liv, which is Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton, and Candice LeRae, taking on Team Ripley, or Team Belair, as they kept saying on Raw, which makes no sense. It's clearly Team Ripley, which is Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Naomi, Bayley, and Io Sky. And for me, I'm going to go with a Team Ripley win. And for me, and I said it on the Wrestling for You Uncut episode, I think that Io Sky is pinning Liv Morgan here to get the win for Team Babyface in a similar thing to like the second Women's Wargames match, where Raquel Rodriguez, or Raquel Gonzalez at the time, pinned Io Sky and then would then shift to become the new NXT Women's Champion as Stand and Deliver. I feel like we're going to get a similar thing here, but like not quite the same, which is where Io pins Liv. They then go into a feud themselves. As we already know, Io has a title shot at Liv Morgan, and that kind of adds a bit more jeopardy to that feud because Liv has already been pinned by Io. Plus, it kind of puts Io on a grander stage. We know that Bayley's the main eventer, we know that Bianca's the main eventer, we know that Liv's the main eventer. Most people, like myself, know that Io's the main eventer, but people kind of, I feel like, still have a lower down the card in their opinion, especially with the past year where she's been more towards the tag team division. This might help her this may help her be brought up to the main main event part of Raw with the likes of Rhea and Bianca and all them. And also, it might make her a contender for the Rumble, which I think she definitely should be this year. And yeah, I feel like it would be a massive positive to have Io Sky just pin Liv Morgan here. But I feel like there's multiple things that could happen. We could get a cash-in, which, to be fair, after a War Games match, I'm surprised they haven't tried to do this before. I know they kind of did it with Priest last year, but no, for me, if Stratton's going to cash in, it makes sense to do it straight after War Games. So that was something I'd love to see, but I'm not going to put it as like I think that'll definitely happen. It's just something I'd really, really like to see, as it would put Stratton as women's champion going into New Year, which I think would be really cool. But yeah, for me, as I said, Team Rhea to get the win here, with Liv being pinned by Io Sky. And finally, what I assume will definitely be the main event, we have Team New Bloodline, or Bloodline 2.0, with Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Bronson Reed, Tangaloa and Tama Tonga, versus Team OG Bloodline, which is Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, Sami Zayn and CM Punk, with, I assume, Paul Heyman by their side. Now, there's a lot of combustible elements here. Obviously, there's a case of what Seth Rollins going to do with this. Is he going to get involved at all? Personally, I wouldn't have him get involved, but it wouldn't shock me if he did. There's the case of whose side is Paul on. Is he on Solo's side? Is he on Punk's side? Is he on Roman's side? We don't know. And then, yeah, the whole thing is like one big combustible element. And for me, I'm going to go with Team Roman, Team OG Bloodline to get the win here. And just because they lost their match in Saudi Arabia at Crown Jewel, I believe, and it makes sense that they wouldn't take two big losses in a row on pay-per-view. Also, it kind of puts Roman and Solo at 1-1, in a way, if you will, towards WrestleMania, I assume. I assume that they'll both enter the Rumble and then they'll like either eliminate each other or one will eliminate the other, setting up a match further down the road for, I assume, WrestleMania. But yeah, for me, I feel like if anything shenanigans-wise on Team OG Bloodline is going to go down, it'll go down after the match, where we either get a turn from Paul or Punk attacks Roman or Sammy turns on Roman or something like that. I don't know. Somebody's turning on somebody. We just don't know exactly who it's going to be, which makes like the whole thing just so unpredictable as far as like watching it wise, which is going to make it a great match. But yeah, for me, as I said, Team OG Bloodline to get the win here, just to even it out between Roman and Solo going into, honestly, the best part of the year, Royal Rumble and WrestleMania season. So those are my predictions for WWE Survivor Series War Games 2024. Do put down in the comments below who you think is going to win, any turns that's going to happen. Will Tiffany Stratton cash in? You know, whose side is Paul Heyman on? Is Punk going to turn on somebody? We don't know. There's a load of shit going on that could end up making this probably one of the better WWE pay-per-views of the year. For me, as you can see here, I think the Women's War Games match is going to be match of the night. I know a lot of people have a lot of investment in the Bloodline War Games match, but for me, everybody in that women's match is a just star and so good for these matches. Like, even the people you're probably not even thinking about. Candice LeRae has a lot of War Games experience, has even won a War Games match 2-on-4. So, you know, Raquel Rodriguez has won the match in War Games. Tiffany Stratton's an amazing athlete. Liv Morgan is a killer at the minute. Bianca Belair is amazing. I haven't been in War Games before. Rhea Ripley's won War Games. Bayley, been in the last few years as War Games. Io Sky is Mrs. War Games. The only real person who's not got much experience, and in my opinion isn't very good, is Naomi. But that's fine. 1 out of 10 is not bad for like people that might not do so well in this match. So yeah, for me, I feel like the women are going to go out there and actually steal the show, in my opinion. And then yeah, if we get a cash in as well, that could make it even better. So either way, it's looking like a very, very good match. But yeah, do comment down below what you think match of the night is going to be. And yeah, I'll ask you to like and subscribe, all that good stuff. Join the Patreon, completely free. Watch alongs done every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. The Wrestling For You website, I do articles over there. There's a link for that in the description. Do follow me on Instagram. There's also my tagline? No, it's like whatever my follow is, it's in the description. And yeah, I hope you all enjoy Survivor Series. I know I certainly will. It's looking like probably one of the better WWE pay-per-views of the year. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.